A lot of people dislike Kronika. I mean, a lot of people really hate on Kronika. I'm talking player haters ball levels of hate.
Hate, 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 hate.
People dislike her for a lot of different reasons. Some justifiable, and in my humble opinion, some not so much. One of the reasons I've seen people say that they don't care for Kronika is because of how she debuted in Mortal Kombat 11. They state that such an important character showing up out of nowhere and out of the blue was distasteful for them. But what if I were to say that the development team actually foreshadowed Kronika years before her debut?
I have been expecting you.
Despite her role as the main antagonist in Mortal Kombat 11, Kronika is a completely neutral character, willing to work alongside heroes and villains alike. She doesn't want to see evil or good ultimately succeed, but instead, she wants them to be at equal odds for eternity, essentially. As Geras explains, whenever good or evil became too dominant, Kronika restarted history in the aims of achieving her golden balance.
This timeline was preceded by billions more. Though this is the first of Liu Kang's design, the others were designed by his predecessor. Kronika was obsessed with equalizing good and evil. When a timeline veered too far to one or the other, she would halt it and restart history, tinkering with lives and events in the hope of achieving her golden balance.
Kronika debuts in April of 2019. However, the first hint towards her existence was 15 years prior, back in October of 2004, in Mortal Kombat Deception.
In an outer chamber of the Dragon King's throne room, Ermac did battle with Liu Kang's enslaved comrades. Ermac was more than a match for the five warriors, but their defeat was not his objective. Liu Kang materialized and one by one freed their souls while Ermac occupied the rest. Eventually, all five were awakened from their enchantment and freed from Onaga's control. Ermac was pleased that his warrior's skills could for once bring about a noble outcome. He sensed, however, that an ominous force still shaped the destiny of the realms. It was everywhere. He could feel its influence on Onaga, though the Dragon King was oblivious to its manipulation. Time was running out. Ermac feared the celebration of this latest victory would be short-lived.
While I'm sure they didn't know exactly who or what they were foreshadowing in this ending, in hindsight, I think it's clear that this is meant to be Kronika. The ominous force that Ermac felt everywhere, and the ability to manipulate everyone and everything, including Onaga, while keeping them oblivious to the influence, must be a force that can shape the very destiny of everything within the realms, something similar to what Kronika has been shown to do. Also, the line stating, "Time was running out," almost as if sands in an hourglass, I can't help but think that this is a nod to the abilities of Kronika. The next hint towards Kronika took place in April of 2011, a full 8 years before the debut of Kronika. She was once again foreshadowed in what the fans dubbed as Mortal Kombat 9.
Shao Kahn was defeated, but the intense battle rendered Jade unconscious. She slipped into a dreamlike state and found herself walking in an unknown realm. As she explored, her surroundings shifted and changed. Jade approached a lone figure who stood in the distance, a shimmering woman. She did not reveal her name, but spoke with an air of regal authority. Through the minds of countless mortals, the woman had been watching events as they unfolded over the centuries. She informed Jade that Shao Kahn's death was an outcome that must be reimagined. Jade was defenseless as the woman possessed her body and emerged in the waking world.
The shimmering woman who appeared before Jade while she found herself in what they call an unknown realm seems like Kronika at her domain, a place hidden between the realms where the hourglass is kept secret and can only be accessed by crossing the Sea of Blood. The fact that this woman wanted Shao Kahn's defeat to be quote-unquote reimagined shows that this person, much like Kronika, is obsessed with historical events playing out in a very particular fashion. Also, the woman watching all the events over the centuries and speaking with an air of regal authority.
Oh, Raiden. Do you think this is the first time you made that vow? We have repeated this exact conversation so often in so many timelines. I've lost count.
This timeline will end differently.
We have played out all possible scenarios, Raiden. You cannot win. You are welcome to try, of course.
Really seals the deal for me that the woman in this ending is indeed the Titan of Time. What are your thoughts on Mortal Kombat's first female main boss, Kronika? Do you like her as a villain, or are you in the camp that she feels a little underwhelming as a boss character? Also, do you agree with me that these endings actually foreshadowed Kronika years before her debut? Share your thoughts in the comments. If you made it this far in the video, you can
Acknowledge me!
by hitting the like button. This is a small act for you, but this allows for videos like this to get more attention, and it is very much appreciated. You can hit confirm that into the subscribe button and join
The dozens
of ShinFit subscribers. I post regularly, and I do a lot of live streams as well as community posts, so to make sure that you catch everything as it comes out, go ahead and hit that sub button. If you're into gaming content, there's a video on screen now that I'm sure you're gonna love, but more importantly than everything else, don't get beat up out there.